Today I want to talk about wind noise. I'm not a sound engineer, but I have 4 really simple, practical techniques that I use. My career started out shooting on snow, in weather, and outdoors, so I've had a chance to try all of these quite a few times, and this is what's worked for me. As you can see behind me, I'm in the middle of an edit right now, so I'm going to make this super quick so I can get back to work. I posted a video last week about how we did our socially distant podcast recording session outdoors, and there were a couple of questions about wind noise. My first recommendation, if you have wind noise, is to simply wait. If you can wait for another day or even another moment when the winds quiet down, that's going to be your best bet. That's not always possible. So the next practical solution is to take a look at where the wind's coming from. A couple of tricks to do that: take a leaf or a blade of grass, hold it up in the air and let it go and see which way it blows, or the old traditional way of wetting your finger and holding it up, and then it'll feel cold, obviously, on the side the wind is coming from. Once you know where the wind's coming from, look for something that'll block the wind. It's pretty simple, straightforward. If there's a hill, a building, a rock, a wall that you can stand in front of that will shelter you from that wind, that's going to be your next best bet. So those 2 solutions aren't always possible. And so the third solution is to find a way to protect the mic. If you're using a lavalier mic, that's that little mic that clips on the lapel, we would often put it underneath, tuck it underneath a jacket or tuck it underneath a shirt. The sound will be a little muffled, but it's still pretty clear, and it's going to be better than hearing that wind noise. Now, when I talk about wind noise, I don't mean just the sound of the wind rustling on the trees. I mean that wind noise that actually disrupts the recording and makes it impossible to hear. So there are some more formal ways to protect the mic, and one is a windscreen, like this one. This is the most simple kind. It's just that foam covering that most mics have. This is the mic without the windscreen, and when I blow, you can hear that the sound is completely disrupted. With the windscreen on, you can still hear the wind, but it doesn't disrupt the recording in the same way. And finally, the next step up is the more robust covering, called a Zeppelin, a Softie, a Fuzzy. Those are those things that look like some kind of dead animal on your microphone. Those are really robust and will handle powerful winds. Here's an example on a shotgun mic. And here's what one would look like on the small mic that you would clip onto the top of your DSLR. You can also get these little stick-on pads with the wind protection that you can use for a lavalier mic. So those are my 4 practical, simple tips when you have the privilege of recording outside. Again, number 1, wait for a time when the wind is down. Number 2, find a spot that's sheltered. Number 3, tuck your mic inside of a jacket or a shirt. And number 4, use a windscreen or some other mic protection, like the Softie. If you have questions or you've found things that work even better for dealing with wind noise, I hope you'll let me know. Drop them in the comments or follow me on Instagram at MadMotion and send me a note there.